Welcome to Beyond the Buzz, where curiosity meets clarity. I'm Dr. Tara Morrows, scientist and communicator with decades of experience translating complex human research into clear, evidence-informed insight. Today, we're talking about red light therapy and recovery device claims. These are devices that shine specific wavelengths of red or near-infrared light onto the body, often called photobiomodulation, light used to influence biological processes. You'll see them marketed for muscle recovery, soreness, and performance, especially after workouts. They show up as full-body beds, panels in gyms, and smaller at-home devices promising faster recovery and better training days. But when something looks simple, sleek, and science-adjacent, it can feel harder to know what to trust. Let's take a closer look together, starting with what's driving the buzz. Red light therapy has surged across social platforms. On TikTok, the hashtag red light therapy shows 156,000 overall posts in the United States, reflecting rapid and sustained creator interest. That's thousands of people sharing routines, setups, and before and after stories tied to recovery and performance. There's also serious money behind the trend. The global red light therapy beds market was estimated at $162 million in 2024 and is projected to reach $492 million by 2033, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 12%. That growth signals expanding commercial confidence in these devices. But popularity and price growth don't actually tell us what truly works. Let's check the evidence, our kind of receipt check. This is the moment to pause and ask the questions that matter. What's the evidence? What's the source? And how do we know? Here's what the evidence shows. A 2025 systematic review examined whole-body photobiomodulation for exercise performance and recovery. A systematic review is a study that reviews all available research on a topic. The authors found that red light exposure may support some limited recovery outcomes, mostly sleep-related measures, but they didn't see benefits for fatigue biomarkers or exercise performance overall. Results varied widely depending on the device, dose, timing, and type of exercise studied. A 2018 systematic review and meta-analyses, a study that combines results from many trials, looked at photobiomodulation for muscle performance and fatigue in healthy people. The analysis showed small improvements in muscle performance and reduced fatigue in some settings, most often when light was applied before exercise and performance was measured in simple, single muscle lab tasks, but not consistently across all trials. Benefits appeared more likely under specific conditions rather than as a universal effect. A 2022 systematic review and meta-analysis compared cryotherapy, or cold-based recovery, with photobiomodulation for muscle recovery. The authors found that neither approach was clearly superior across all outcomes, and effects depended on how recovery was measured and when it was assessed. A 2025 umbrella review, a review of multiple systematic reviews, evaluated physical therapies for delayed onset muscle soreness, often called DOMS, meaning muscle pain after unfamiliar exercise. The review found mixed evidence for many recovery modalities, including photobiomodulation, with modest and variable effects rather than strong, consistent effects. Finally, a 2024 meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials focused specifically on running performance. Randomized controlled trials randomly assign participants to treatments. This analysis showed that photobiomodulation did not consistently improve running performance outcomes across studies, despite some isolated positive findings. Taken together, the evidence shows signals of potential benefit in certain contexts, but not a clear, universal recovery solution. So why does this trend resonate? Red light therapy fits neatly into modern fitness culture. It promises recovery without extra effort. No sweat, no discomfort, just light. For people training hard or juggling busy schedules, that idea is deeply appealing. The technology also sounds scientific. Words like wavelength, mitochondria, and cellular energy can feel convincing, even when results depend heavily on precise settings and conditions. There's also a strong visual element. Red-lit rooms and glowing panels look futuristic and share well online, reinforcing social proof and normalizing use. And when recovery feels personal, when soreness or fatigue varies day to day, it's easy to attribute feeling better to whatever you tried most recently. So what's the takeaway? The full picture is more nuanced than the marketing suggests. The research shows that red light therapy can produce small recovery or performance effects in specific situations, but results are inconsistent and highly dependent on how, when, and why it's used. There's no strong evidence that it reliably delivers broad recovery benefits for everyone. It's understandable to feel torn between curiosity, cost, and cautious optimism. Your evidence edit moment. Before investing in a recovery device, ask whether claims match how the studies were actually done. Look for details about dose, timing, and outcomes measured, rather than general promises. If that information isn't clear, that uncertainty matters. Clarity doesn't mean saying no. It means knowing what you're really saying yes to. Something to reflect on. When a recovery trend promises ease and certainty, what evidence would help you feel confident in the choice? If you found this useful, follow Beyond the Buzz and share it with a friend who likes a little science with their scroll. You can also explore the full sources and vote in this week's poll in the Evidence Edit. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind to your mind. This is Beyond the Buzz, cutting through the hype because evidence is empowering.